This video is strictly educational and informative, as all my videos are. Perform at your own risks. With that being said, what the business YouTube, episode 65. My name's Jay Florida, and today's career of discussion is a hacker. So, what is a hacker? A hacker is an individual highly skilled in information technology who uses their technical knowledge to solve complex problems or overcome system limitations, and can fall into any one of three primary categories: ethical white hat hackers who perform cybersecurity, malicious black hat hackers with the intent of stealing sensitive data, installing malware, extortion, or financial fraud, and independent gray hat hackers who access a system without permission to find vulnerabilities and report the flaws to the system's owner so that they can be patched. Now, to give you a piece of history, hackers originated in the 1960s at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT for short, where the term was originally used as a positive slang for creative problem solvers who pushed the limits of early computer systems. A few basic requirements to becoming a hacker include studying fundamentals such as TCP, IP, DNS, and routing, proficiency in operating systems such as Linux command line, basic knowledge of Python, HTML, and JavaScript, distinguishing your intent, testing your skills on platforms such as TryHackMe and Hack the Box, and pursuing certifications such as a CompTIA or a Certified Ethical Hacker certification. Now, becoming an established hacker can take you anywhere from 6 months to 2 years and cost you anywhere from $0 to $5,000 when pursuing premium certifications and hardware. As far as your range as an entry-level hacker, you can expect to make $60,000 to $90,000, with a few things affecting how much you take home being certifications, IT experience, and industry sectors such as government versus tech firms. A day in life as a hacker can be described as searching for exposed information or weak points, technical problem solving, following tech trends, repetitive simulations, reporting patches, and breaching systems. As far as opportunity, anyone can become a hacker with a very simple setup without any particular barriers being in the way. For that reason, a hacker scores green for opportunity. Now, a few examples to take note of in this field include Kevin Mitnick, who is often dubbed the world's most famous hacker. He gained notoriety in the 1980s for hacking into NORAD and later stealing corporate code from Motorola and Nokia. After serving prison time, he transitioned into a renowned white hat hacker and cybersecurity consultant. Next, we have Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, a platform that leaked classified, sensitive government and corporate documents globally. And last but not least, we have Carbonac, an organized crime syndicate known for targeting financial institutions globally, resulting in the theft of over $1 billion from banks. And if you guys want to see more of this content and better, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, send the hype, the whole business. Now, for our fact moment segment of this episode, starting off with fact number 1. In 1988, Robert Morris created the infamous Morris worm, which is considered one of the first computer worms distributed via the internet, which accidentally crippled large portions of the early internet. Fact number 2. There are 950,000 cybersecurity experts across the US. And fact number 3. The first Watch Dogs game sold over 10 million copies, a massive commercial success for Ubisoft, initially breaking records by moving 4 million copies in its first week alone. And And for our last segment, before we move on to the circle of influence, we have health risks and mitigation. Starting off with musculoskeletal disorders as a result of repetitive typing, prolonged sitting, and ergonomically improper setups. Vision issues and neurological strain as a result of staring at glowing monitors. Sleep deprivation as a result of irregular schedules and exposure to blue light. Chronic stress and burnout as a result of complex problem solving and high pressure. And as far as black hat hackers go, legal battles and liabilities. Now, as far as mitigation, you should use high quality ergonomic chairs or an adjustable standing desk to adjust or aid with musculoskeletal disorders. Lowering screen brightness and utilizing blue light filter glasses for vision and neurological issues. Take short breaks and practice a physically active lifestyle outside of work. And regular health screenings to monitor long-term health conditions. Now that does it for our primary segment. I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor to my co-host for the Circle of Influence. What the business, YouTube? Starting off the Circle of Influence, we have respect. Is this a career or a position that brings me respect and dignity? Now, as a hacker, it really depends what side of the spectrum that you fall on, because you could either be a malicious hacker with the intent of stealing information or in the business of extortion, or you can be an ethical hacker that performs cybersecurity and responds to cyber crimes. But as a generalized career, the hacker scores yellow. Moving on, we have growth. Is this a career or position that presents me with the opportunity to grow from $100,000 earning threshold? And for this segment, the hacker scores green, with sources online citing that the hacker has the potential to make as much as $500,000, going well into the millions in a single year. Next, we have gore. Is this a career or a position that will have me dealing with an abundance of blood, violent action, grotesque imagery, or scenery? And for this segment, the hacker scores green, as in no, you should not be dealing with any of the mentioned before. And for our last ideological standpoint, we have moral conflict. Is this a career or position that will have me compromise any of my foreseeable morals? Don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal, don't kill. The basic set of guidelines. And for this segment, again, it does rely heavily on what side of the spectrum that you fall on. But as a generalized career, the hacker scores yellow. Moving on to the statistical side of things, we have gender demographics, where men make up about 90% of the industry and women make up about 10% of the industry. Next, we have ethnic demographics, where Caucasians account for 66% of the industry, Asians account for 10% of the industry, and African Americans account for a total 9% of the industry. And for our last segment, we have top paying states, location demographics, in no particular order. Starting things off with California, followed by Massachusetts and New York, and closing things out with Washington and Alaska. Now that does it for the Circle of Influence. I'm gonna go ahead and give the floor back to Florida. I'm back. Just to summarize the hacker, with great power comes great responsibility. You can either use it for good or you can use it for bad. In any case, you can significantly scale up with the earning potential of $500,000 or more per year. And the very basis of you starting your career is purchasing a laptop. Neither is it a field that's going anywhere, as it is a never-ending game of cat and mouse. With that being said, it does look like we have a full episode here today. The word of the day is epidemic. Self-help resources on the board. As always, I'll leave it down in the description. And again, If you guys want to see more of this content and better, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, send the hype, the whole business. And I'll see you guys on episode 66.